So we are going to begin our slab mug project, our themed slab mug project, I suppose. A mug is a wonderful thing to have. A nice mug is something that you will use, and it could last a long, long time. Now, the first thing you want to do is get some inspiration, right? Where do I begin? How do I come up with my theme? Skip all this. So mugs can look very, very different, right? We have so many options here and a lot to think about, honestly. Think about how tall your mug is. Think about the texture, the decoration, the handle. And you will find an assignment called Slab Mug Anticipation. Make sure you do that. Watch that video. It'll give you a good idea of what to expect. And then there's some questions for you to answer. These are some slab mugs from a previous class. So these are all student mugs. And you can see, look at that handle. That's just beautiful. Like nice feet. Like everything is so well thought out on these. So there's a lot of potential. So here's what we want to do to start. First, we need some inspiration. Do some research. Make a list. Make a mind map. You're going to sketch some different designs in the end and make a template for your mug. And this is graded. Your planning and inspiration is 25% of your grade. So make sure that gets done. If we look through our sketchbook, we just did project 3. We're going to skip ahead a bit. We made some changes and go to your themed piece. So the title is a slab mug. The method is slab building, and we're using stoneware. Now, I started out with a mind map. It's a good way to begin, just to get some ideas on paper. So in the middle, I wrote the word theme. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is my theme? Now, I could do art. I like art. So I'm just trying to think of things that I like that I might be able to use. Football, traveling, family. So any of those would work. And we know that if you can figure out something that you enjoy, it makes the project a lot more interesting. So with art, I just put patterns, I put abstraction. Football, maybe I could do a Vikings themed one or something. Family, I like playing. And traveling, I always think of Thailand and beaches. And that's ultimately what I settled on, Thailand and beaches. Okay, so now what? Now that I have this idea that I want my mug to be a beach-themed mug, what do I need to do? Well, we have, access to a lot of researches, so I could, beaches in Thailand, so I could use some of these images to inspire me. All right, there's some beautiful beaches. These long-tail boats are famous, and some of these rocks jutting out, right? I can use that as inspiration for my mug. So after I do a little research, and you can, search as many things as you like. Take your time, find something that you really enjoy, and get into it. Yeah, let's be done with this. Alright, so now I've done that. I've done some research. So I like that, that rocky thing coming out of the ocean. That could be one idea. And then I'm going back to this, just the idea of some simple patterns, some playful patterns. But ultimately, this beach thing, right? Let's see where this goes. So now I'm looking into some mugs and thinking about the shape of my mug. And once again, we will use the power of the internet, right? I can Google slab mugs and get all kinds of examples of different shapes. different sizes, different handles. Now this is our first time through. I encourage you to just keep it simple, right? And even if you do a simple, if you start out with a simple rectangle, right, straight sides, you can alter it from there if you please. You can also check out some of the patterns we have on Google Classroom to get different shapes. So now I'm thinking of maybe a bellied mug. And bear with me, these sketches don't have to be beautiful. They're just ideas. It helps to get ideas on paper. So maybe a hammock. And then I get this idea, oh yeah, a palm tree, right? Sitting on the beach, palm trees. Now what's my handle going to be like? What's my handle might be like? So I'm just thinking, right? It takes time for ideas to come, and it takes time for ideas to evolve and change. Even if your first idea was good, it can get better the more you play with it. So what kind of a handle here? I want more of a square handle. And then it kind of hits me. I have this idea. What if I make the handle the palm tree? Right? That might be fun. So I could have this beach theme with a palm tree handle. The fronds can kind of go along the shape of the mug. Maybe I have a beach chair down there. So that's what you need to do. You need to find something that you are interested in, whatever that is, and try to figure out how to get that into your mug. Right? It can be very simple. A simple, well-done mug is a wonderful thing, or it can be more complex. Now we have to think of a pattern. When we make our mugs, we're going to use a simple pattern. So I'm going to take a piece of paper, just a piece of printer paper. And however I fold this, that will be my mug. Okay? So if I fold it like this, if I roll a slab, and I put it on top, this is how tall my mug will be, that's how wide my mug will be. Okay, I would have a mug that is this big. So figure out how tall you want your mug to be, how wide you want your mug to be, and fold a template or cut a template to that size. Think about the space you have, think about how comfortable you are working with large pieces of clay. If we go on to Google Classroom, we will see you have overview of the Slab Mug project, right? So you can use this to kind of review what we're doing. It's got examples, things to consider, and like this is what we're doing, right? We're rolling a slab, we're putting a template on top, and we bring that up into a mug. We also have patterns for slab mugs. So if you want to break the mold a little bit, if you're feeling ambitious, we have different mug shapes. So for instance, this would be a larger, maybe a latte mug. Notice how it curves in, it tapers. This is a little more complex. You would have to actually fold the clay into the bottom, but you get a really interesting shape. Most of us should be doing this, just a standard mug, and we can play with it from there. This one has a large taper. And this one, I don't know what that would be, like a teacup or something. Almost like a little, yeah, this is a bowl. I'm not sure about that. So, that's what we need to do to get started. Get some inspiration. Plan out your mug. We need to see a page in your sketchbook, right, that has your designs and then what you're finally going to do. Right, I might circle that like this is my, I thought this was going to be, but my design evolved. All right. So if you have any questions, get a hold of me at any time. Otherwise, find something that is meaningful to you, something that you are going to enjoy building. This is a great project, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.